Hi, this is Luis Flores. It's Monday night, the evening of the day that we celebrate the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. I'm here to remember the life of Dr. King as well as for what he stood for. I'm outside what used to be St. Vincent's Hospital, which was a charity hospital here in New York City. It served primarily poor patients who had no health insurance or who were underinsured. This hospital closed on April 30th, 2010, under circumstances that have yet to be fully explained to the people who live in this area. And I'm here to indicate the vast economic injustice that was done by the closing of this hospital. I'm holding a candlelight out here. I'll be joined soon by other people in the community. This hospital is going to be replaced by luxury condominiums that will be being built by the Rudin Family, Rudin Management Company, which is headed by Bill Rudin. On January 23rd, the New York City Planning Commission will probably, most likely, vote to approve the luxury condo conversion of these buildings. And the buildings behind me that used to serve the poor are now going to house the rich. I don't believe that if the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King were here today, he would approve of this. This is not what he stood for. This is not what he would have wanted. And just a few weeks ago, the operators of a clinic that will be put across the street from me on 7th Avenue down at the end of this block, the operators of that clinic, Lenox Hill Hospital, a few weeks ago admitted Beyonce Knowles, where she gave birth to her brand new child at Lenox Hill Hospital on the Upper East Side. When Miss Knowles gave birth, it was reported that Miss Knowles had the hospital close half of the maternity wing, or a very large part of the maternity wing, so that she could have privacy to give birth to her child, away from the cameras, away from the noise and the clutter of other people who I guess would be giving birth or who would be visiting their loved ones in the hospital, in the maternity ward. Everywhere you look in this city, more and more, there's a dichotomy that's happening where the haves have more and the have-nots have even less. What does that say about our society? Here we are, I don't know how many more decades after the Reverend Doctor was assassinated, over 4 decades now. And the struggle against economic injustice, the lack of equal economic opportunity, the lack of access to health care for all, this injustice here is driving this community to have no hospital here. And the politicians, the government, and the people in power don't do anything about it. And all we can do on a night like this, when it's really cold, is hold up candles and serve as a beacon of light. And to say we're going to stand out here and serve witness to the fact that people have less. And the people who have less have very little of a voice. But the voice that we do have, we're going to rise up, speak our truth to power, and say we don't find this acceptable. And I know that the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King would not find this acceptable. This is not what he would have wanted. This is not what I want. And this is not what this community wants. Join us on Tuesday, January 31st at 6 p.m. at the LGBT Community Center for a town hall meeting where this community is going to come together and decide what the next steps are in the struggle to replace this hospital with another full-service hospital for this community